Yeah, hey guys, Matty, it's Broken Supercoach checking in. We're just going to do some team lists. They've just dropped. As you can tell by my demeanor, I'm pretty pissed off with the teams. Whatever. Okay, so we're just going to go through them quickly. Bruce is in. Looks good. Yeah, I think you name him, even though he's named with Flynn. I think you pick him. Oh, if you can afford to get him, and um, I think you can afford to miss him. I think with Hayes next week, especially if you're doing he's 200k, especially if you have Gorn and Grundy still, or if your rucks are ruck only. I think you can afford to miss him, and that sounds crazy, but because he's minus 94 break even, I've never seen anything like that. But with Hayes next week for 70k less, with Bruce, with you're not going to trade Grundy, are you? And just say you've got Gorn as well, or say you've got Wits. You're not going to start trading them, are you? So for Bruce, who's just not reliable at all. So this guy has missed now what 2 stints, maybe 3 stints. This is not it. It's not impressive. So I'd get him minus 94, but just consider that there's Hayes next week, and if you're relying on this guy for a score for any period of time, then you're probably going to get bit. What else we got? Nothing there, nothing relevant here. De Boer's out, which means Steele ain't getting tagged, so if you want a vice captain Steele on Friday, and maybe he drops 150, and then you just take that, even though McRae's playing the Crows at Ballarat, that's a fine option, clearly not getting tagged. Crow's not really relevant here. This is huge. Tim English, I mean, come on, man. I don't know what this is. I kind of want to know what this injury is. In fact, give me a minute. Yeah, so at the time of recording this, nobody has any idea what's happened to this. Honestly, I hate the Bulldogs. I can't stand them. I can't stand Luke Beveridge. I can't stand, it's just way too frustrating, man. How long's he out? I don't know. We need that news tomorrow because he'll go. I know he's F1. This sounds crazy, but he's F1 and R2, and R1. But we need that news ASAP because you can't afford to have 572k on your bench for much longer than 1 week, if I'm being totally honest with you. What else we got? Hunter's obviously out. Yeah, none of these are relevant whatsoever. Haley's in. Don't think he's that cheap. Yeah. So we've got Hayes again named. This guy will get, no matter how trash he plays, this guy will get named at R1 every time. The one I was really surprised with is Dixon out because he's injured. Right. Okay, so Dixon is injured as well. That's a shame. Because from what I heard, Oscar Allen was out for a little bit longer, so I thought we were going to get a little bit more with Dixon. But frankly, he's probably done now. I don't know how long he's injured, but you don't hold him. Bailey Williams is their ruck; he'll play. Oscar Allen will come back in the next week or two. It was listed as 2 or 3, I think. And you think, at best, we get one more from Dixon. So if you want to trade Dixon this week for Rosas, I think that's a really nice trade, and you can hold someone else. Oh, what I was going to say is no Hinge here. So if you want to trade Hinge now, I don't see Hinge. Haitley, the team looks good. Hinge might come back next week if they lose this game. Crows don't like making changes after a win. They only do it when they have to. So I think the real concern is that Hinge gets named as sub here. Do you have to name him from here? I don't know. It would mean Saligo's the sub, which would screw me over big time. Because I still have him on the team. But realistically, I think Rowe gets named as the sub. Crows don't like doing 2 in a row, but we'll see. Hamill's played some good footy, and you don't name Thilthorpe as a sub. So we've gone through this. Yeah, time to trade here. Wines is back in. Big statement to drop Amon and McKenty and me. That's why we never got on any of these. Job security is no good. This team's junk. Big statement to drop this guy. Absolutely cost the game for Port big time. Just stood there awkwardly with 40 seconds left, 60 metres out. One of the worst players I've ever seen. Cripper back in. We love to see it. Absolutely love to see this. So he's named, and he's named on the bench. He will. Maybe they're going to run a test or something with him. He'll play. Feeling pretty good. The one that worries me is this. So from the start of my video, from my first video, this week on the review, I brought Brayshaw in, and you'll see now in the team. You probably had a little glance there. I haven't done that. This now because I see things like this, health and safety protocols, and I just get concerned now that what happened to West Coast will happen to Freo now. I don't want to go anywhere near Brayshaw if that's the case. I think if you're going to bring one big premium in this week, it's going to be Petrarca or Oliver. I'd steer well clear of Brayshaw just because also because Fife will come back soon, but mostly because this COVID thing is just, that's really, the last thing you want is to pay 600k for a bloke who then misses with COVID protocols. So, and has a bye still to come too. So that's 2 weeks you're probably missing him. Cripps back, great. Hopefully he scores well for us. Kangas, obviously, yeah, Hall was out. We spoke about that. Curtis with a nice debut. That's cool. Don't trust many of these guys, though. These Sunday games now, yes, we're not getting much named here. Not a lot relevant with Geelong. We're probably just going to speed through a lot of these now because there's not hugely relevant. Perez still playing. Guys will want to be, I think he's on his bubble. A lot of people are looking at him. Better options. We're looking for our man, Rosas Malcolm. Named on field, love to see it. Safe pick. Like it. So we got Brisbane. Not a lot named here that we really want to look at. I was trying to look for... Yeah, no. Zorko named in the middle, who recently got mid-defense DPP. I wouldn't worry too much about it, though. Tuke Miller. I know a lot of people like Keaton Coleman early. What's he worth? Coleman. Yeah, 263. A lot of people liked him because he was defense forward. You know, he had that DPP. He was cheap. I think the time's passed on him, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And Berry named on the bench. Keep an eye on that as well. Not a lot to speak about with either of these. Matt Rao named again on the ball. I wouldn't worry. He's I'm going to trade him this week regardless. Yeah, so Melbourne. Wow. I literally just went along talking about how I don't want to go Brayshaw because you see health and safety protocols like this, and that's too risky. So go Clayton Oliver and Petrarca because they're not getting COVID go through their team. But what do you know? There's 2 blokes with health and safety protocols. So what do I know? I got 580k on a mystery injured player. So what would I know about which players to pick? Honestly, there's Oliver. Yeah, Bowie's still in. You should probably trade Bowie this week. I think you have to if you still held him. Good to see Gipkus named again. Where's he named? Ooh, must be on field somewhere. Yeah, back in. Rewarded with good. It was just a rest for the Crows lineup. A terrible call by them. They obviously figured that he didn't match up well against the Crows forward line, and the Crows seemed to score at will. So I'm not sure what that thought process was. Robbie Tarrant's the worst defender in the AFL, and it's not close. Hopefully Short gets a few more kick-ins too. You'd imagine they're going to get peppered at the scoreboard by Melbourne. So Short, our boy, he'll be back. What do we have here? Lewis and Reeves out. We've still got Connor McDonald named here. That's a concern. That's a real concern for Connor McDonald owners. Ward named on the wing, as he does. I think they like McDonald. I think they're going to stick with him. And who was the other one? McGuinness, who doesn't seem to have been renamed. So good luck with that. Literally playing a random bloke in ruck at the moment, this team. Sicily still on the half back. Don't trust Hawks players. Oh, Stevens called back in, named as the last player. I think the only move is, Franklin, which means hard to say who of these go out. I just don't think I don't think they make 2 changes to their team, being that Franklin's back in. So, yeah, you see Stevens' name there. I'm pretty confident he doesn't get picked. Lastly, Essendon Collingwood. Anzac Day. Was there 2 Anzac Day games? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Hobbs again named. Like it. Probably skip him 150 and just don't want to use another boost next week. So I'll probably skip Hobbs, even though he's named right in the middle. I think it's just too much. I don't know. I don't like his job security. Grundy again. Yeah, really nice here. Crisp again named in the middle. Again, not a lot relevant here. McCreary's back. I know he's got a low break even, but just not worth looking at. Dacos on the half-back line again. Got the DPP now. Penderbury named in the middle. If you considered bringing him in, I think there's better options. I think the price is too much. Jordan De Goey is one that I would have loved to get. Named at forward pocket. Interesting, because he's their highest centre bounce attendance. And Paddy Lip named in the middle, who's been playing forward a lot more. So I would have loved to do this week, which would have been English playing in the ruck. Yeah, and I bring De Goey and Heaney and move a lot of guys up, a lot of defenders. I think I still can. Just means like, I have to put Rosas on field, and congratulations, Hayes. He just got named on field, and I'll probably go. Do I have a? Yeah, can't really do much there. Just hope that those two play. I get Bailey Williams, who plays on Saturday, to cover both, regardless. So, look, I think I can do it. I'm really interested in what's going on with this trade. You obviously don't trade English, but nobody knows anything about him. Like, that is really worrying. I'm still looking now. Like, I'm just having a look through a few Discords, through a few. Nobody is naming him, which is insane. So something I might have to do. So if I just reverse these changes, obviously I did Hinge, Rao, Horn-Francis, Heaney, Rosas, De Goey. Loved getting these two in, especially 480 on De Goey. I hate unclicking this. But, say now we do Dixon, who's not named and isn't coming back. So you go, I'm just doing a quick run here. We go Bruce there. We accept that we got to get rid of Rao because we hate to see it. And then we accept that Hinge is never coming back. Send Dacos back there. We still got 900k to work with. That's not enough to do Heaney and... Yeah, what a shame. Because I can't get Bruce, Heaney, and De Goey, which is a shame, and I was hoping to do all of them. So we just send Rochelle up here, send Butters up there. We go our boy Rosas. So we get Rosas, and then we go... sadly, we got 700k. So, I mean, we could do... So instead of taking Heaney, I sent Butters back. What does this look like then? Hayes sits on Cripper. So I could actually go, all right, well, it's not the end of the world now. I just have to accept that I've probably missed Heaney and whatnot. And instead what I'll do is grab Clayton Oliver or Petrarca, whichever one I like. And I think money-wise, I like Petrarca for 575. I think 50k helps. So we get 195 for next week to turn someone into another big premium with Hayes. So we probably go this Hayes down into Jack Hayes. That gives us about 300, or what will be beyond 300k to work with there, and that lets us turn McCartan into a very nice defender. So we just hit complete on that, just to show you the on-field options there. So now we've got Petrarca sitting there, really sturdy mids. We send Rochelle back on. Yes, we've still got Horn-Francis, but at the end of the day, he's still okay. What was his break even? 51. Has never scored under 30. Like, that's his lowest score. So it's not the end of the world. A lot of people were trading him out because of it, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Yeah, obviously Dacos comes on for De Conning. And we look like that, and we're not too fussed about this, if I'm being honest. Put Bruce on, and then we field Hayes, because we're never going to not field Hayes. And that's not too bad. Yeah, I would rather have Heaney and DeGoey and get rid of Horn Francis, but I still got Rao off field, which I'm happy with. Still got rid of Hinge, which I'm happy with. And Dixon, he's gone. So can't see Dixon coming back. If he comes back once or twice more, big deal. Pretty happy with that, if I'm being honest. Can I just double check how stupid it was to trade Dixon, though, before I end this video? With a break-even of minus 25, you absolutely hate to see it, but he made us 100k. But that's the last we'll see of Dixon. So, yeah, let us know what you think. I'm going to have a long, hard think about what I'm going to do. But I think that's how it looks for me. So, not too bad. All right, guys. Cheers.